Once upon a time in a peaceful Indian village of Bharoli, there lived a kind and honest woodcutter named Hans. Every morning he would walk deep into the forest, singing as he chopped wood for his family. He was poor, yet content, because he believed honesty was greater than gold. One hot afternoon, while cutting wood near a river, his axe slipped from his hand and fell into the deep water. Hans tried to reach for it, but the current was strong and dark. He sat sadly on the bank, wondering how he would feed his family without his only tool. Just then, the water shimmered brightly, and a graceful fairy appeared. "Why are you crying, good man?" she asked kindly. Hans explained his loss truthfully. The fairy smiled and said, "Do not worry, I will help you." She dived into the river and came back holding a shining golden axe. "Is this your axe?" Hans shook his head. "No, ma'am. Mine was old and made of iron." The fairy smiled again and disappeared beneath the waves. This time she returned with a silver axe. "Perhaps this one?" she asked. Hans looked at it and said, "No, that's not mine either." The fairy vanished once more and finally came back with a rusty iron axe. Hans' eyes lit up. "Yes, that one is mine," he said joyfully. The fairy was deeply impressed by his honesty. "Because you are truthful, you shall have all three axes: gold, silver, and iron," she said kindly. Hans bowed with gratitude and returned home, his heart filled with joy. When his greedy neighbor heard of the miracle, he ran to the same river and threw his own axe in, pretending to cry. The fairy appeared again and offered him a golden axe. "Is this yours?" The man shouted, "Yes, that's mine," without hesitation. The fairy frowned and said, "You are dishonest," and vanished, taking even his old axe away. From that day on, the greedy man learned a hard lesson, and Hans was respected in the whole village for his truthfulness. And so, children, remember, honesty always brings reward, while greed brings loss.